In this video, the Bitcoin price is currently breaking down out of this rising wedge. And if you've been following me for the past week, then this should not come as a surprise to you, as this was a bearish pattern, just like I said in this tweet a few days ago. And in this video, I want to talk about the target of $4,000, but I also want to talk about something very, very important: the volume. Is there any volume to back up this breakout or not? And big news, the Federal Reserve is printing another $2.3 trillion. We are also seeing the United States national debt pass $24 trillion. Extraordinary times, guys. This is happening simultaneously as the Bitcoin halving is coming up in only 33 days. This is a perfect recipe for a massive Bitcoin bull run in the next few weeks and months. I want to talk about that. And if you think that that sounds interesting, then I think that you should definitely watch this video. Hello guys, and welcome to the moon. My name is Carl and I'm here to bring you this cryptocurrency video. And it seems like Bitcoin is finally breaking down out of this rising wedge that I've been talking about for quite some time now. A few days ago I tweeted this tweet telling you guys that we have a bearish pattern, this rising wedge, and we have a likelier scenario of us breaking down rather than up. And if we do break down, which is the likely scenario, we should be targeting $4,000 as the target out of this rising wedge. However, there's another level a little bit higher up here that I think we should also pay attention to. Let me show you what I mean. I've shown you before that this rising wedge can be drawn two different ways. We could also say that this is a smaller rising wedge up here, and if this is the bottom of that smaller rising wedge, then the target should be 5.8 approximately. So basically you could target 4,000 if you feel like that's your target. You could also target this level, which is the 5.8k approximately. However, let's now take a look at the volume like we always do. Do we see the volume confirming the breakout? Well, on the daily time frame, we actually don't have a lot of volume at all as of right now. It seems like we're basically, getting low volume. If we go into the 4-hourly, the same can be seen here. The volume is actually quite low. We are getting like a little bit higher volume than the previous volume candles, but when you zoom out, you can see that it's nothing even close to what we saw in this volume spike and this volume spike. And basically we're not seeing a huge amount of volume coming in. Let's go to the 1 hour and take a look. But you can also see here that obviously this volume is nothing too convincing when we look at the previous volume here for the past few weeks. What does this mean? Does this mean that this was not a rising wedge? And does this mean that this was not a breakdown out of the rising wedge? Well, maybe. And even if this is a rising wedge and we are getting a breakdown, remember, if we don't see a lot of volume, then we should not expect high performance from this. So basically, if we would see a big volume spike here, then we should expect this to meet the target of 4,000. But if it's not a rising wedge, then is it possible that we might be in a bear flag still? And obviously that scenario is still possible. We would have to watch this support line as we come closer to it. But personally, I think that this is a bearish development. We should not take this sign as anything else than bearish. We are breaking the support line, but it is not as bearish as it could have been, because basically we don't have the volume to back it up. And thank you guys, everyone who watched my emergency video yesterday. I made this video because two cryptocurrency YouTubers got their videos deleted. Their channels got terminated from YouTube. However, the good news is that their channels are back, and I want to thank everyone who liked my video yesterday. This is a channel record. I never got these many likes on one single video. Thank you very much, guys, for all of your support. And also, I linked my second backup channel in yesterday's video. In one single day, my backup channel got 6,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing to this backup channel. And next up, the Federal Reserve will be printing another $2.3 trillion. The US Federal Reserve on Thursday announced a broad $2.3 trillion effort to bolster local governments and small and mid-sized businesses, the latest in an expanding suite of programs meant to keep the US economy intact. And this is the updated Federal Reserve balance sheet, and you can see how it is completely taking off to the upside. And this is the graph of the assets that the Fed is holding, and they are buying these assets with newly printed money, so where they print this out of nothing. So this means that when this graph goes up, this means that they printed this much money, and yeah, they counterfeited money and they bought things like treasuries and even corporate debt, as they've now expanded the variety of assets they are purchasing. And the memes online are going crazy. People are comparing Bitcoin against the central banking system. And as you already know, Bitcoin cannot be printed, but the central banks, they can print how much they want of these fiat currencies. And this makes Bitcoin and gold sound money because it's unprintable, it's hard money. And dollars and all other fiat currencies are unsound money. They are easy money because they are easy to print. And this is an interesting tweet. The Fed's $12 trillion equals $40,000 per American. Why not just pay the people $40,000 each if you're so concerned? If our bailout is only 1.2 thousand per person, where is the other $38,800 per person going? And you don't even have to know where all of this money is going to understand that something fishy is going on. You are not getting the good part of this deal. You are not getting bailed out, and you should not expect to be bailed out. The governments will not help you, and if you currently are in financial trouble, then it's your responsibility to get yourself out of financial trouble. No one will be able to help you. Maybe short term, if they print $10 trillion, $20 trillion, maybe in the short term, some people might get their jobs back, but only in the short term. All of this currency and all of this fiat printing will eventually turn into a big hyperinflation. So you just have to realize that governments, they cannot help you in these kinds of troubles, and printing money is not the solution to anything in the world. And in other big news, the United States national debt just passed $24 trillion now for the first time. That is a huge amount of debt. This means that the debt per citizen in the US is $73,000, and the debt liability per taxpayer is almost $200,000. And all of this is what makes me so bullish about the Bitcoin halving that is coming up in 33 days, guys. This will be huge. We see governments doing quantitative easing. Bitcoin will undergo a quantitative hardening because of the halving, because it's basically cutting the supply, the newly created supply, in half, while of course the central banks are doing the exact opposite. So we're seeing a huge divergence now between Bitcoin and the rest of the world. That is very, very bullish, guys. I hope that you are accumulating Bitcoin just as much as I am doing right now. We are living in extraordinary historic times. Bitcoin has never been this oversold before a halving. Let's take advantage of this situation. And by the way, guys, if you want to support the channel, remember that below my videos I have these affiliate links. Whenever you click these links and use these products and services, I receive a commission and you generally get a bonus. For example, if you sign up to Bybit, you will get a $90 bonus. If you sign up to Phoenix, you will get a $112 bonus. And down here you can see also NordVPN will give you 70% off if you use my link here. And I think everyone in crypto should have a VPN to keep your privacy online. And also, unstoppable domains are decentralizing the web. And now that we're seeing YouTube doing these censorship, unstoppable domains will be even more important in the future. Make sure to click that link, go and buy your favorite domain. This is it for this video. I truly hope you enjoyed it. And if you haven't seen this video, then click right there right now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.